Hey y'all, welcome to the live. We are here once again with Terrane Hicks from Occult College, and we are going to be talking about Black Moon, secret rituals, and the elite. Okay, so welcome in everybody. Y'all say hello, y'all comment so I know everybody's here.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? Okay, so everybody knows there is a Black Moon coming up in August. It's a rare event that takes place every couple of years. And yes, someone says Black Moon Lilith. So I'm gonna let Terrain talk to y'all about the Black Moon, as far as what's getting ready to happen in August, and then we're gonna go into the secret rituals and how the elite present this and all this kind of stuff. So go ahead.
All right, so basically, August 23rd, we have a black moon. Pretty much what a black moon is a rare new moon that occurs about once every 33 months.
Hmm.
So, new moons are powerful, but the magic in the black moon is the rarity. So, with new moons, we got your typical new beginnings and planting seeds and introspection and stuff like that. But with black moons, because of the rarity of the energy, you have that new moon energy squared.
Mm.
So you can pull off certain rituals in a black moon that you cannot with the new moon, right? So whatever you cannot pull off with the new moon, you absolutely can pull it off ritualistically with the black moon. I give you an example: cord cutting. There's certain uh, cord cutting rituals that are so difficult to do because the cord is so strong. So a lot of people do cord cuttings during like a new moon sometime, and it doesn't work.
Hmm.
But if they did it during that black moon, there's a much higher chance that it will work. And I'm happy you talked about like you mentioned the word Illuminati because a lot of authentic Illuminati rituals are done through the black moon. So a lot of corporations launch campaigns and things like that during this time. Don't tell anyone. And then that campaign or project or whatever, because they launched it during the time of the black moon, it will materialize favorably. It's the perfect time to set intentions because you got the new moon energy squared, or we call it 0 point energy squared.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. So, I've seen a lot of these campaigns and stuff like that releasing things and it has like darkness, black. It has like that energy to usher in this like black mood. You know what I mean? And so
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of y'all have probably been following some, of the ad campaigns on social media. I think with what is it? Ralph Lauren has released their Oak Bluffs collection. Um, the the new Usher cologne with black currant. And if you watch the ads on some of the ad campaigns, it's like Usher in all black, ushering in this new black energy, this black moon, this current. And then we have the Oak Bluffs with the Spellman and the Morehouse ushering in this energy. And I've seen a lot of stuff online talking about aliens and black aliens and all this kind of stuff. So I feel like it's a lot of things that are being pushed in that direction. And it's kind of like putting this energy all together to create, an image or, that energy that the elites work with. And I do feel like a lot of people misconstrue that information and energy, but it's really a good time to manifest and to get your money up, let go of all things that no longer serve you, negative energy, like you said, self-reflection, self-work, getting that essence of greatness and letting go an essence of, you know, um, anything that you don't want to take with you into the, this part of the year. So leaving a lot of stuff behind, leveling up, as I call it, leveling up to that next level of sophistication, because black is a very sophisticated color. It also represents power and things that are hidden. So I would say definitely get involved in something that is going to take you to the next level, whether it's business, whether it's letting go of something that's failing you. It could be a relationship and all that kind of stuff. I think that's what time it is right now to level up.
Hmm. Yes. Operation Black Tie
Uh-huh.
from Ralph Lauren.
Okay.
That it's a series. It's like an ad series, a fashion series, and pretty much I watched it, and the whole thing is a cult. And I know for a fact that Ralph Lauren launched this in synchronization to the Black Moon.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Operation Black Tie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy that they would name it that because, like, a lot of the Illuminati black tie events, they're all rituals. So, for example, like I would tell people that clothing is a sigil that you wear, and black clothing is extremely occult,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, whenever you got people gathered at a black tie event, there is someone or several people who are very deep into the occult that are working the magic,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I just thought it was interesting that they would name it Black Tie. But the series, I watched the series, and it's very interesting because you can see through the animation the ritual for that brand to launch to get more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the whole thing is fascinating.
Mm-hmm. And were you watching it where he was like a spy and like coming down and like on Mission Impossible,
Right.
like the laser beams and stuff, and he's like has on a tuxedo with a black tie? So
Mhm.
that's literally like a cult, like breaking into something, like diving into something occult where it's more like not you know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
breaking into a genre, they're breaking into a field, they're like, trying to get the goods or whatever. So a lot of people will equate that with, business and stuff like that. So what do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely. So I'm happy you brought that up because I did see that, right?
Mhm.
And during the Black Moon, you would launch a covert operation for your business. And this is basically not telling everyone what your plan is until you got everything set
Mhm.
and unveiled. So you would work in the shadows
Is that why
on
they
your
is that why they call it black ops?
exactly. So additionally, covert operations, right? CIA operations and intelligence agencies absolutely use the Black Moon as well for very highly classified or very important missions and stuff like that. Because it is easy to go under the radar. It is easy to move in secrecy. So it's all everyone's using the same magic.
Mhm. Yeah, I was live earlier on this channel today, and my whole screen went black, but they could still hear me talking and stuff, and I had to literally reset my entire computer. But I thought that was kind of funny that happened during this time, like the upcoming Black Moon and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, what do you think about what type of rituals can someone do during this time if they have, if they want to do good in business or, something to do with money?
Good question. So basically, um, contracts that you need to either dismiss old business contracts or you need renew or create new business contracts. That's
Mhm.
one. Two, if you are trying to work on a master plan that you do not want your competition to know about, you launch it during the time of the black moon or in a ritual with the black moon. All manifestation is rituals, right? Anything for an intense increase. The reason is because the new moon is 0 point energy. The black moon is 0 point energy squared, right? And the black moon is the lunar cycle not off of its original pattern. So what happens is you kind of hack into timing. You can you can materialize things a lot quicker because according to lunar magic, the moon is not on its regular cycle. So you're kind of hacking, right? That allows us to manifest things quicker and more amplified. It's kind of like a cheat code in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what about if you want to keep, like you said, you want to keep things hidden, you want to fly under the radar, you want to like let go of old stuff, do cord cutting. So you're going to work with the black moon because it's going to be squared energy like of a new moon. So when we work with this energy, like is this also good for keeping things from like an invisibility cloak? Did you say?
You know, it's very interesting that you mentioned invisibility cloak because there are invisibility jackets and things like that that are made by magicians, but they only have a limited timing to pull this type of stuff off. So they would probably use the black moon and chant something in the tens of thousands of times to create it. So yes, to cloak your business idea, right? Write your business idea down and then you seal it under the black moon for no one to be able to discover your blueprint and things like that. So yes, all invisibility rituals, right? From beginner invisibility things to very advanced things.
Okay. Invisibility rituals. I like that. So, is there anything positive that we can expect from the black moon energy? Is there anything positive like that we can expect, or is it just very neutral, or is it just things gonna stay hidden? Like what can we expect?
So remember, we have a black moon about once every 33 months. That means rarity. Rarity is always positive, right? A change in scenery. So if you notice, this is a positive thing. A lot of the people that are seeing aliens or claim to get visited by aliens, they're no longer seeing the grays. They're seeing these other aliens that look like black people. It's very interesting because the grays are notorious for terrorizing people. So, and a thing of positivity, we will have alien encounters, but a lot of the terrorizing that will no longer go on. Now we're going to have more benevolent experiences when we encounter aliens. So that's one of the good things.
I believe that too. And a lot of people think aliens are, people's definition of what aliens are very different from occult alien meanings. So I just want to put that out there first and foremost, because aliens just means not from here. Okay, they can be from not from this dimension, not from here. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean like outer space creatures. It just means not from here, extraterrestrials. You know what I mean? So let's get that out of the way first.
Let's get that out of the way.
Because y'all, when we talk about aliens, when we
Mhm.
talk about extraterrestrials, y'all be thinking outer space, and sometimes that's just not what it means. It
Right.
means it means entities that are not from here. That's all it means. Okay.
Right.
So when you're attracting interdimensional beings, this does not, like, this can mean, like, different dimensions are hidden from us in 3D. So some of these beings are being more revealed now. Some have
Yes.
been hidden for a long time. And
Mhm.
what we're doing now to attract certain energies, like you said, benevolent energies, it's bringing in more. So people are wanting to be tied to certain things in order
Mhm.
to some of this benevolent energy, these benevolent downloads, this money, and all of this kind of stuff. And it's like people that are kind of, I don't know, I guess you can say it like when people pledge themselves to a certain type of energy, they're trying to attract it, to work with it, to get the downloads and get all the stuff that comes with it, whether it's from benevolent alien ETs or energies that are coming in with this black moon, and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's kind of like when people promote it in occult symbolism, they're calling it in to use its energy in order to, create more, get more, and all this kind of stuff. But it's in a hidden, overt, occult manner.
Right.
Hmm.
I like that clarification.
So a lot of people don't see it. They just see the very surface, mundane, everyday situation. And that's cool. That's fine. That's what they're supposed to see. But like when people like that have eyes to see, as we call it, they know it's, they see what's happening and they're like, oh, okay, I get it. That's cool. Um, Shout out to, such and such doing their thing.
Uh, You know, I think the that you mentioned that like people can't see past a certain degree. The black moon will help you to see past a certain degree if you really desire that, because it is the void within the void, or darkness within darkness, or a liminal point within a liminal point. And
Hmm.
when we start playing around with voids and liminal points, we actually begin, our sight changes.
Hmm.
So we start to observe or entertain other realities that exist, like other entities or interdimensional beings.
Hmm.
So this is a good time to, if you haven't seen anything or you desire that, it's a good time to do a ritual. You definitely may see something.
Hmm. Yeah. And I know that like people are doing rituals, and the black obsidian incense is good to use. Any black stone that you could put in your ritual, black candles, all of that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So you get all that stuff ready if you do rituals. If not, just get a dark place, amplify the energy even more. Maybe be in the window and have a dark room
Yes.
with the
Yes.
dark energy from the moon.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the time to manifest, to a little bit of self-reflection. So
Mhm.
if you're trying to find yourself, if you're trying to better yourself, it's a really good time to start that, because that's what this black moon is also. It's like a black mirror as well, because the moon also represents, self-reflection. So
Yeah. In- I would tell my students around the time of the winter solstice to cover up their windows
mhm.
and sleep in pitch black darkness.
Mm.
This is something to do during this time, or during the time of the black moon. Because to go deep, deep, deep into that darkness, yes, you're going to come out with a lot of very good introspection and self reflection, but you're also going to be able to absorb things.
Mhm.
And your ability to manifest is going to be a lot more intense, because you're pulling from raw primal energy of darkness. And
That's
that's what the potential is.
right.
That's
Mhm.
why the black moon's so powerful. All of that potential from the void
Mm. Okay, so that that's kind of interesting. And I can't wait to see what other stuff is going to come out, like on social media and ad campaigns. What's going to come out in the quote unquote news, closer to this time. Just pay attention to what is being, pushed on you at this time. Are things being pushed on you to self-reflect, to see yourself in a new way, to let go of old things, to cut ways with, energies that no longer serve you? So start paying attention to what's being promoted and pushed up towards the black moon, because a lot of people are dropping subtle hints and clues in their advertisements, and news stories and social media companies, like for products and all that kind of stuff. So pay close attention to what's being pushed around this time, and you'll start to see it. Like, you'll start noticing it more now that you're aware of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, what about, is this also Black Moon Lilith?
Yeah, so that is the best deity to work with during this time. Right? Lilith is the moon, but Lilith is all forms of the rare moon. Any rare moon is Lilith. Black moon, Lilith, or day. Also, there is a special energetic, very advanced, called the Black Venus. A lot of us know about Venus, but then there is also the Black Venus. And it's an energetic of Inanna. It's a dark side of Inanna. So the Black Venus, Lilith, the dark feminine in all of her aspects. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us know about the divine feminine, but then there is an aspect that we call the dark feminine. That's the Lilith.
Okay, so you trying to tap into your dark femininity as a woman?
Yes.
Definitely around this time will be a good time for that transformation, or just reflection, or tap it into. Because some of y'all too nice and too good, and y'all don't know how to pull out that dark goddess energy. So I guess this time would be a really good time to get, like, put on your outfits, get your, dark colors on, put your lipstick and get your nails, so you can really kind of get into that dark feminine type of energy, and it's going to be squared.
They say that black clothes help to shield from psychic attacks.
True.
This is a good time to charge your clothing with protection, right? Your black clothing. During this time is also a good time to charge talismans and amulets, right?
That's a good idea. Like, I'm gonna charge my black clothes. Oh, I got a lot about hanging my clothes. What you doing hanging them clothes in the window? Why are they out? Don't worry about it. So yeah, that's a good idea. So charge your black clothes, charge your talismans, charge your black stone.
I definitely think that everyone should keep looking at the ad campaigns that you keep pointing out, because these ad campaigns, these commercials are very transformative. I've noticed that. And black is transformative because it dissolves darkness. I mean, it dissolves form. Blackness dissolves form. It dissolves identity. And when I was watching the ad campaigns that you showed me, I seen that every theme was about like transformation, like something new. So I thought that was real cool. Right.
Because I believe that it's because they want to let the old stigmas go to create something new. Because I think a lot of people want to create something new that everybody can be proud of, that everybody can like claim, instead of hanging on to old things that no longer serve us. You know what I mean? If it's no longer serving in a positive way for the future, a lot of people want to let that go, because, we're trying to move into like the time of like advanced technology, and it's hard to advance in technology and thinking into a more lucrative society when people are still holding on to old things that no longer serve, even images that no longer serve, stereotypes that no longer serve, images that no longer serve. And I think, using a covert operation to, subliminally plant messages, or cult messaging is ad campaigns is a kind of slick way to do it, but also a good way to help people, like you said, part with those negative ways, or see something better.
I like that. So pretty much, raw essence has to be reshaped, and our lunar cycle's way of doing that is through blackness.
Mm-hmm.
And the powers that be, they know how to fall in line with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fascinating how the timing is so on point when it comes to this.
Yeah. I mean, I was noticing it from the get-go, from the start, because I'm always like noticing things. And when I started to see when you tell a story, like a lot of these ad campaigns are now telling stories, because that's what pulls you in. That's like a magician will always tell you a story and like they use their hands and they use like their clothing and they use all these things to distract you from what they're trying to do. But they always start with a story to engage the audience and to bring them into their world. So I believe a lot of people do that in their ad campaigns now, versus just showing you a picture of some people dancing around and then that's it.
I got another idea
Mm-hmm.
for everyone to do their rituals in low light, minimum light, just for this period.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that like when I change the lighting, especially if I dim the light, it's like the immediate realm changes.
Yeah, look, I got all my lights on, but that's because I have bad lighting. Look, it'll get grainy. But hey, I dimmed it a little bit. That's better though. Right, get some of that dark and that black moon dark energy coming through.
Just for this time.
Yeah, what do you think about dark? Like a lot of people say dark energy, black moon, black ops, occult, hidden, like all of it is connected. Like, So what do you think about right now? People are like, when people say, oh, black energy, black moon, black magic, black this, black that, a lot of people associate black with something negative. I don't think so.
No, it's pretty much before there was the creation that there was darkness,
Mm-hmm.
right? And everything comes out of darkness. I think it's a stigma, and I think the Catholic Church pushed the negative of black and dark being evil
Mm-hmm.
to keep people under the veil of ignorance. Because the more we explore darkness, the more enlightened we become.
That's
And
right.
the most simple thing you can do is meditate in darkness
Mm-hmm.
for an hour. And when you turn the light back on, I promise you, you're going to be so much more positive. You're going to feel enlightened. You're going to feel cleansed and all of that. So that should test for everyone who wants to get out of that programming or that stigma that dark and black is bad.
Oh yeah, I get some of my best downloads and ideas when it's dark, and so definitely that's true. And because like you're within yourself, you have all this energy, and you can't reflect. You can't reflect in a place full of lights. You can reflect in darkness, though. That's for sure.
Right.
That's why
Oh.
when you go to prison and you act bad, they put you in that dark room to self-reflect.
And yeah, black they call black or darkness the great absorber.
Mm-hmm.
It's a serious frequency because very powerful beings and deities are created from this void. But then there's levels to a void, right?
Yeah.
There's void, then there's like the void within the void. And then, people that go into like shamanic journeys, or if they go into like caves and they meditate, they they see darkness, but inside of the darkness, then they begin to see again and have like visions again,
Mm-hmm.
which are more colorful. So there's so many layers to and depths to darkness that occultists have to study.
So, what are y'all doing for the Black Moon ritual?
You already know.
Y'all know.
Lilith is on the menu. That's right. We're going to deal with the Black Venus. We're going to deal with Lilith, and then you already love, money, protection rituals. So we're gonna turn it up with Lilith. Because of that rarity, we can get into the rare Lilith frequencies, right? The secrets behind the dark feminine,
Right.
right? For example, one of the secrets is every woman have an inner witch, right? Which the womb have hidden supernatural powers.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why the Vatican went so hard to try to burn all the witches up, because women have a supernatural hidden power. And
Mm-hmm.
when it's discovered, it is very hard to control that person.
Mm-hmm. So you want to tap into that Lilith energy and that inner witch and that dark feminine.
That's right.
Get in on the ritual.
That's right. That's right.
So Terrane's information is in the
just text. Yeah, just text me Lilith ritual. Just text me.
The number
917 426 1192. We go in dark Lilith.
So text Lilith to Terrane if y'all want to get in on the ritual.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So what are y'all gonna do for the ritual? Y'all gonna light some candles, do some like
Well, I'm happy you asked. So there are, Lilith sigils, real ones, that you got like a crescent moon type of thing, you got a full moon, and you got like a half moon, you got a new moon, and every moon have different versions of the psyche. So we're going to draw all the moons. I wish I could show you a chart. And it's very intense because the minute you start drawing the moon under Lilith, you can feel and hear her communicating with you, because this is a primordial energy.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's very advanced. So everybody who gets in on the ritual, we'll share some of those secrets. Yeah. But another thing when it comes to what we're going to be getting into, there are many Liliths. So they're called Lilitu. So Lilith have like, Lilitu, Lilitu. She has like an army of energies that she commands over. Mm-hmm. And we actually have incantations to access these energies for protection. So, it's very interesting, the relationship between these very powerful feminine energies and humans, because the furthest I know about this relationship is they say 6,000 years. So it's very interesting. But I see more people are getting into this information. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's timing of things like this Black Moon. Like it's time to uncover some of these secrets now.
Yeah. That kind of ties in like the energies, or the Lilitu as you call it, that kind of ties in with that plasma tail, I'm going to say, that's underneath Venus. And those are like a lot of energies that swap poles ever so often. And so like I kind of associate that with what you're saying because a lot of people associate energies with plasma with extraterrestrial beings or not from here, but like energies that are connected to certain, forces and planets. So like there is a like plasma tail underneath Venus, and from time to time it switches poles. And so when the energies transfer, some of them come by like when certain things pass, like some of them get, in certain places and then they always go back. So I think that's what I think about when you say the energies, the little surrounding Lilith. So I think of those things, like if you want to put it in those types of terms, but it does check out scientifically also. Just to let y'all know. Because y'all can look it up.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I'm fascinated by Venus
Mm-hmm.
because of things like that. It it feels like Venus is where some of the highest occult secrets lie.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I went to the planetarium in New York maybe like a couple months ago, and Venus they had like Venus on display, and that was real fascinating. And in the planetarium, like the planetarium show, they were showing us where it appears that humans definitely may have inhabited Venus and Mars, and they
Okay.
can't explain it. That's so cool.
See this like right here this is with the plasma that that feels off of it. So they're like little pieces of like energy that is always there. So
That might explain the Lolitu.
mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't know where they come from, but they might come from this plasma.
Yeah. So what happens is like so here is it's like a solar wind that pushes the ionosphere from Venus, giving it a tail. And so yeah, there's scientific backing behind that.
You know what's so deep about that is that the supernatural phenomenon like that occur in space because of as above, so below. For example, the planets have their ways of manifesting themselves here on Earth as deities or the incarnation of deities. So that plasma tail has to be some version of a deity here.
Mm-hmm.
It might be Lilith, it might be other energies, but that's what we come up with as above, so below.
Mm-hmm. So like yeah, so you work with that energy that it's an actual real energy, and definitely in this what Venus, Black Lilith moon or whatever we call it, like
The Black Venus.
perfect time to work with it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The key word with the black moon for ritual is rarity. This is rare. And when we go into rare times or rare points, we can accomplish things that we normally can't.
I think what I think we're going to start seeing during this time, more dark feminine archetypes present themselves in the media with either it could be celebrities, it could be certain people, but I think a lot of people are going to like stand in their dark feminine energy right now without not people pleasing as women, not caring what other people think. So you're going to see a lot of women like start coming forth with this dark energy in the media leading up to this because that's what time it is.
And you won't be able to stop them.
Mm-hmm. So I've already seen a few examples, whether they're politically correct or not. People are not caring. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing what they want, saying what they said, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. We need that right now. So I'm happy.
Yeah. So someone said Grace Jones energy.
um,
Oh, if y'all know who that is, you could look it up. But definitely strong, dark, feminine energy. Like if you really want to tap into that, right now is the time. Definitely,
yeah.
and I definitely stamp of
dark,
approval.
dark wine,
Oh,
quality dark wine
mhm,
during this time. Have the black moon, have Lilith, have dark feminine written all over it.
mhm.
Mhm.
That's a good idea. I got me some dark wine. I'm gonna break open just for that. That's
Yeah,
gonna be like have my all black on, be drinking my dark wine in a
that's
dark room,
that's gonna set it off.
get my dark Lilith Venus energy on.
Mhm.
So okay, I think a lot of people are like, okay, so what do you feel like we're gonna see on in your opinion? What do you think we're gonna see? Because like I already said my prediction. What's yours?
I'm looking at, I feel like we're gonna see some rebellion, but because we're not that far away from All Hallows Eve,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to see more interest in the witch, right? Some of the untold stories, like just like you said, we're going to see the divine feminine emerge in so many forms. There's so many more stories of witches, and All Hallows Eve is right around the corner. So I feel like that mesh is going to occur, and it's going to set off a whole witch vibe.
You think more people are gonna come out as witches or who practice magic? They come out the broom closet?
We're going, yeah, we're going to see that. We're going to see more people definitely wanting to become witches or get into it. We're going to see people who find out that there were witches that were their ancestors or in their bloodline. We're going to see some, at least two, at least two really good movies or show series about witches are going to come out.
I'm gonna be watching it. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, same
So
here.
yeah, um, I feel like that's right. You're gonna see a lot of more interest in witches for sure, for sure. So I wonder how that's gonna come about. I think they're
Oh,
gonna have an ad campaign that features a witch.
I can see that.
Hmm. A popular ad campaign that's gonna feature a dark feminine witch-like presence.
Yeah, we're going to see that. So, uh, everyone formulate your business around an aspect of this, at least.
Hmm.
All right. Jump on the ball because this is where things are headed. If y'all jump on the theme properly, you'll be able to capitalize off of it.
Hmm.
And 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 Shira, I like how you were able to point out the ad campaigns because we could kind of, it's like you telling the forecast,
Hmm.
and we could just piggyback off of that because
Yep.
we know where things are going.
Hmm. And I definitely think that since more ad campaigns are going to start coming out because we're getting into a certain season, of course it's going to be a little witchy, but more so than ever. I think it was because of this time, and also because anything that's associated with the occult and magic, people want to know more about. So there's a curiosity there that fuels people to click. Kind of like that movie Sinners, how it blew up when people were telling other people don't watch it, it still blew up. So whenever you tell like the rebellion, whenever you tell somebody not to do something or that it's wrong, that's when they want to click more.
Okay, so that makes so much sense because the black moon is good for breaking binding contracts, right? So
Hmm.
now you're going to see a lot of people breaking loose.
Hmm.
First, mentally, you'll see it. There's a lot of people that will go, I'm no longer under your control. We're going to see a lot of that.
Hmm.
Because black dissolves, darkness dissolves things like that.
Yeah. Someone said the Cardi B new album has dark feminine written all over it. she has like the crows and like the all black and the red going. The Wicked movie, like somewhat like a lot of stuff is coming out, and you're gonna see more and more of it as time progresses, because we're moving into the divine feminine era. That's a part of it. The dark feminine is a part of the divine feminine.
You know, one of the things I love most about the dark feminine is that it is a money making energy.
Yep. That's what I like about it too. Okay. So, anyone who embraces that is gonna see like good positive results financially, of course.
Yes.
Okay. So if people want to get in on the ritual, if y'all want to do your own rituals, I have supplies in the drop down, or you can buy supplies or whatever. Terrane doing the whole black moon ritual.
Whole black moon ritual. Text me ASAP. And let's get it rocking, y'all.
Okay, so if y'all want to be a part of that, y'all get it in early, so everybody can be organized.
Correct.
And I'll probably be doing more videos up until that point, like probably during the daytime. But pay attention to the ad campaigns, pay attention to everything, and so you can see what's going on. And what do you think?
Yes.
So, let me answer some of the questions that I passed up or didn't answer. I'll just read some of it.
I'm here.
Says, shout out to my comedy of trying to get paid off these good vibes. Okay, Nuss Raw. Shout out to your company. Okay, my favorite collab, y'all. Yoshi writes. Thank you.
Thanks.
Can you speak on Fibonacci sequence and rituals? Rachel asks.
Okay, so basically, Fibonacci sequence goes according to the circle of life. It goes according to the actual energetic of snails, which that circle is a major part of the creation of this particular reality. So when we bring that sequence to anything, we put a Fibonacci spiral to anything, it is in the alignment of how creation, the code of creation. So, for example, like if you organize your dollar bills in the Fibonacci sequence, you're going in alignment with it, right? The Fibonacci sequence is very interesting because it is the phone number, the calling card, the dial of the creation of this particular reality. So any aspect of sequence in that alignment will go along with manifestation. So I hope that makes sense.
And the spiral, the Fibonacci sequence, the spiral is also, in my opinion, multiple dimensions, because you're not just going in a circle. You're going in a spiral where you can hop, quote unquote, timelines, and you get higher and higher or further and further, depending on which directions you're going into. So the further you go out, the more expanded the Fibonacci sequence gets. The further you bring it in and into self, the smaller it gets. So it's like from many to one. And people were saying 3, 6, 9. If you take numbers and you put them on top of each other, you're gonna get the 8. You know what I'm saying? You stack 3 on top of you write the number 3 on top of the number 6, and then on the number 9 on top of it, you're gonna get an 8. So that's an eternity of, the Fibonacci sequence is eternal, and it's also multiversed. That's the secret of 3, 6, 9. It's forever.
They call it the growth code, right? So we find this stuff in seashells, snails, sunflowers, right? You can collect some seashells. You can collect some sunflowers, right? You can have a picture of a galaxy. And then, like just writing out the golden ratio. I always seen mathematics as code, as galactic code.
Mhm.
So one of the things you could do is write out the golden ratio, right? Like 50 times. Just write it out because
Mhm.
you're dialing the code.
Mhm. That's true. And it also programs a part of your subconscious mind too to tap into that. So when you write stuff down, so that's another thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Also, like if you are doing, all these type of rituals and stuff for people during this time, what can they be doing to help or impact it while y'all are doing the rituals?
Do their own ritual
Mm-hmm.
as best they can,
Mm-hmm.
right? So for everyone who does the Lilith ritual with us, we're going to give them a very rare Lilith sigil. And what y'all would do is your own thing. It don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? You could take that sigil and put some wine right on top of it and just be innovative and creative. Because the only way you get good at doing rituals is by doing them yourself. You keep doing them and doing them. So the more you do rituals, the more it'll come to you, which you should add on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So what shouldn't someone do during this time? Like, is there something that just comes into your mind that says, "Do not do this at this time," or
Be,
this?
be very careful with blood magic,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or spilling your blood. Because the black moon can cut things and it also can seal things, right? So you don't want to bind yourself to a toxic person. It's going to take another black moon cycle to get rid of them
Mm-hmm.
because you binded them in a very rare cycle. It'll be very hard to get rid of them. Another thing you should probably not do. Be careful of getting tattoos because these are binding energetics, and you may feel an affinity for energy or whatever right now, but you might not want that for the rest of your life. Things
Mm-hmm.
like that. Be careful. Do not go into any contracts without taking the time to think about them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't be impulsive during this time because consequences can last a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that.
Okay. So no tattoos. Somebody said no tattoo is real. Yeah, no
Mhm.
tattoos, no blood magic, no bindings. Okay. Okay.
Protect your energy.
Somebody's still gonna try to do a binding. I already know.
Oh Lord.
Be mine. You ain't gonna want them next month. Watch. You're gonna be stuck. So don't do it. Okay. Do y'all have any other questions for Terrane? Because I don't want to hold you because I know you got stuff to do. I know you got rituals.
I'm good.
Okay. So he could stay on and
I,
answer.
yeah, I could stay and answer some questions.
Okay, so someone says that what if they remove their tattoo during this time? What you think about that?
I like that. I like that. This is a
Mm-hmm.
good time to cut any cords. What's one of the things I've noticed is that like there are people who have done cord cuttings and they
Mm-hmm.
have not worked.
Mm-mm.
Go for it this time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if they go for a cord cutting ritual or a spell, what can they what kind of results? They're not gonna feel nothing no more. And I'm like, I'm done. Like they're just gonna be done.
It is a high chance that it will actually work
Mm-hmm.
because you're dealing with the void inside of the void,
Mm-hmm.
or we say the void squared, right? So because blackness or darkness or the void dissolves, it don't matter how strong that thing is, it's going to get dissolved, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get melted into the nothing.
Okay. That's
Chords is matter, and that will get melted right in, and it won't be tough.
mm-hmm.
So they won't feel that. Oh, I feel that cord. Nope. They wake up the next day like I don't feel anything.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So Rachel said we talked about the Fibonacci sequence, but how is it used in rituals?
$1, you put a stack of dollar, another dollar, then $2, then 3, then 5, then 8, 13, 21, 34.
So you need
Right?
some cash.
Stack those dollars because you are dialing the code of growth.
Oh, I like that. So you take the money and you count it out in the
Yep.
Fibonacci sequence, and you
In the
stack.
Fibonacci sequence. And you go as high as you want to go.
Okay.
Right?
So
Because what you just did was work the Fibonacci. That's how it's used.
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So get some cash, y'all. Like y'all going to the strip club, but go do your ritual. So I feel like a lot of people are going to probably do that one because that's easy. Nobody, especially if you're not trying to do too much. That's something that everybody can do.
Yeah.
Get cash and work that.
And then after you do that, and you feel like you want to do more, do the same thing with quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then put it into the bank. Right? Walk to the bank, deposit $1, then 1, then 2, 5, 13, 21, 34.
Can you do it on, like if you got banking online? Because it'll be easier.
Yeah. Right? You can transfer the money in.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, see, we call this ceremonial ritual, right? Ceremonial ritual is also known as high magic.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's an interesting nickname to call ceremonial ritual. But like the reason we know that actors are very powerful because they're doing ceremonial rituals. Anything you do ceremonial is amongst the highest form of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you act out. So even if it is you're at your phone and you just transfer money according to the Fibonacci sequence, you just did a full-blown ritual.
Mm-hmm. So even if you go to someone's cash app
Mm-hmm.
and send them this, and then send them this, or send it to yourself.
Yep.
You got 2 cash apps.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
Your money will grow.
It will grow because that's the growth code.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about occultism is that it is in alignment with science.
Mm-hmm.
I love that about it.
Yep. So if you want, like, let's say you got some nosy people, right? And you want your money to grow in secret without everybody knowing. So they ain't trying to ask for nothing, right? That's a good time to do a money spell during the black moon phase with the Fibonacci sequence and growing it in secret, So kind of going under the radar a little bit.
Yes. And it's interesting that you mentioned that is because what goes in alignment with doing rituals or in secret is wearing black clothing.
Mm-hmm.
You will go under the radar as an occultist. I know a lot of y'all can't be so overt like us.
Mm-hmm. Gotta wear the black clothes. I got a lot of black clothes. I had to stop buying black clothes. Everything looked like my whole closet used to be black at one point.
But I love those of you that are practicing in secret because occult means hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all are occultists.
Yeah, they should call this the occult moon.
Yeah. Another thing I love about the black moon is that we can't see it. It's invisible.
Mm-hmm. So do y'all think, like, I feel like a lot of people are going to start practicing their occult knowledge and magic more in the public now than before because there's not a lot of stigma around it anymore. Not everybody is forced into a box of religion anymore. So more people are able to explore. And I think this is a good time for people to cut cords with old, things that no longer serve them, which could be their past spirituality or their past religion, and, start something that is more, serving.
All day.
Hmm. So I think this is when a lot of people are going to get to cut ties with old things that aren't beneficial for them spiritually as well. I think a lot of women are going to do that as well, because a lot of the religion is definitely patriarchy that a lot of people are leaving behind. So this would be
Yeah.
a really good time if you're having a tough time getting like over certain things, religious trauma, being raised a certain way. This is also a good time to cut cords with that as well.
Start by sitting in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just sit in the dark. Don't think about anything. Try your hardest not to think about anything. It's pretty difficult. But when you come out of it, you'll be a lot more aligned to shift your programming.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great time for that. Like SHERA said.
And like you said, a lot of that Venus energy and the dark Lilith energy is coming in, and it's going to be a perfect time to receive certain downloads to like accelerate your dark feminine energies.
It's the great time for the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
And that rebellion energy is so liberating.
It is.
It's freeing.
Yeah, because once you are rebellious, people want to join you.
Right.
That's true.
Now you're not rebelling by yourself. You've inspired others.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it gets fun.
That's where the chains get broken too. Because like most of the things that we think are normal today started with rebellion. Like most of the things that we look at as good today was once looked at as wrong.
Someone had to break the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it like women didn't wear jeans or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. So someone broke the chain. Now everybody's wearing jeans.
That's right. I think Marilyn Monroe actually popularized it for women to wear jeans. I think that's what was like somebody put her in I think it was in a movie, and women started wearing jeans after they saw her in a movie. So like somebody had to do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You actually get anxious and start thinking about everything when you're high. Okay, well then don't get high. Go to sleep then. Okay. So, I feel like, I don't know, is this a good time to get high during this? What you trying to do?
No, because, okay, so, a lot of people, they don't want to get into the occult and things like that because they hear these stories about people going crazy and losing their minds, or that's because they might have been doing certain things in inappropriate times. This is a very sensitive time because the liminal point, right? The blend into reality, or what I'm saying, the dissolving of reality. You probably don't want to smoke weed, things like that. So no, it's not a good time.
What about like diet? What can people eat? Like dark fruit, dark berries, like just get into like the darkness, have like a whole setup, at this time, because I think a lot of people want to tap into that dark energy in any fashion and form. So yes, dark,
bitter, spicy,
mm-hmm.
right?
Chocolate,
real chocolate,
mm-hmm.
black coffee,
Mm-hmm.
no cream, no sugar, black. I like the dark berries,
Mm-hmm.
right? Black rice.
Mm-hmm.
This is all energetic.
They even have black bath bombs you can throw in your bathtub and it will turn your water black.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm. So like your whole, like if you want to do like a whole bath ritual setup, you could have some like blackberries, some black dark, dark red Cabernet. You could have some black candles going. You could have a black bath bomb and just get your black water and black moon. If you have a window by your bathtub, to get some of that black moon energy, I think that would be a ritual.
The black roses.
Ooh, black roses, yeah.
Yeah, I think they have them on 1-800-Flowers. They're not expensive either. They're like $30, and they're real black roses. Black rose bath.
Ooh, black.
Yeah, rose. Black rose bath with some chocolate.
Everybody gonna be looking like Morticia up in here. The Addams family. But that's good. Like they put like the new Wednesday episodes out, and Morticia's like her outfits, inspo.
That reminds me of like the energetic of the black cat.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing like a black cat.
Mm-mm.
They are so distinctly different. Sure
are. So yeah, you got a black cat?
Yes.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. I think they jump portals easier.
They do. They got a lot of like. They could see. I don't know. Mine could be seeing stuff. I don't know. They be seeing stuff. They're like interdimensional portal jumpers for sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think all people should have a black cat at least once in their life, and they'll understand once they get one.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I've had black cats like since I was a little child, so I've always had a black cat for most of my life. What? You had a black tuxedo cat? Oh, I got one of those too. Okay, so okay. Is it a good time to plant right now?
Oh, absolutely.
For those gardeners?
Oh, absolutely. Remember, the new moon is the perfect time for planting. You know what I'm saying? But this is that enhanced. So everything you do for the new moon, this is that enhanced. Mm-hmm. So it's a great time to plant anything, gardening, business ideas, you name it. Mm-hmm. Perfect time.
I saw someone saying they were trying to grow black roses from seeds. So maybe if you try again during this time, it might grow.
Try it. Mm-hmm. Right.
So what about like black moon water?
That would be good for so many different things. Protection, amplification, preventing yourself from being binded to someone, cloaking
water.
Right, cloaking water, right? Put some black tourmaline and black onyx in there, and you put the right intentions in there, and whew, you invisible.
I'm gonna make me some of that.
Hey, we need cloaking. Mm-hmm. Because, especially during the time of social media, so many people watching.
I know.
We don't have any privacy anymore. So we gotta use magic to not be seen.
That's true. So the black moon is August 23rd. Okay, some further in the west might experience it on the 22nd.
Yes.
So yes, very rare. Tap into it. Make you some black moon water. Save it. Yeah. You can use it at any other time for that cloaking effect.
Save it. Use it sparingly. Charge your own black moon water. Put it in a bottle. Use it when you need it. There'll be someone out there trying to bind you, and you could just, I got some black moon water. Let me take care of that. Mm-hmm. definitely, I implore all of you to make your own stuff.
Yeah.
Whether you're working with a magician or not, make your own stuff. Charge your own stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, like, somebody's asking what cloaking means. Like, so if you don't want to be the target of something, if you don't want to be singled out, if you want to kind of fly under the radar without, attracting negative attention and stuff like that, you could cloak your energy with the black moon
Right.
water,
Right.
So
You
that's
know,
mhm,
a lot of people, they suffer at the jealousy of haters.
mhm,
And a hater can't hate on you if they can't see you.
mhm. They won't be paying attention to you.
They won't be paying. They won't. They'll be worried about someone else.
Mhm,
And while that happens, you can launch your new business plan or idea because one person sends hate your way, and that's what's causing the delays. Is that person's intention is the jealousy, but you can't if you can't see me, you can't be jealous of me.
right. So some of y'all take that to work because so many of y'all ask me about jealous coworkers, jealous this, jealous that. Get that dark black moon energy water going and
Right.
use it to cloak yourself from the haters.
That's right.
Okay.
Precisely.
Okay. So y'all know what to do now.
Mhm.
Let me see any other questions. Can you do a breakup spell and release spell on the 23rd?
Yes.
Okay. So breakup. Are you trying to break up other people or yourself?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay. So will this work if someone's doing magic like on other people? Will it be also more powerful at this time?
I I would say unless that person's a professional magician, they
Mhm.
probably should be doing the magic for themselves and their personal interests, not for
Mhm.
other people's.
Mhm. I really wouldn't be bothering doing no breakup spells. I'd be trying to
Yeah.
do money spells.
Yeah, because the same amount of energy it takes you to do a breakup spell is the same amount of energy for a money spell. And if you doing these other spells, you're not going to have an effective money spell because your energy went to something else.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't care if people break up or not. Like
Yeah.
they could go right back in 2 days, but they still broke up for 2 days.
Right.
So you got to be careful what you do spell work for, because they might break up for 2 days and get right back together, and there goes your time window. You could have manifested some money instead.
I tell people all the time that hexing, especially hexing, is expensive energetically,
Hmm.
and hexing and money magic don't go together.
Hmm.
So if you're gonna do money magic, stick to that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because like people don't realize, like, oh, they broke up, but they got right back together. There went your time window, and now you could have had some money.
That's right.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about or ask? Somebody talk about black crystals. Yeah. Charge all your black crystals.
Yeah, black crystals the best in the game for protection
Hmm.
and grounding. We need that stuff during these times, but that's all I got.
Okay. So y'all hit him up and get his ritual work.
Yeah.
You
Let's
know,
get this Lilith work.
okay, I got 917. I'm gonna put your number back in again. What is it? 917.
426
Uh-huh.
1192.
Y'all text him Lilith or Black Moon and y'all get in on the
Text
ritual.
me ASAP so y'all get in on it quick, early.
Yes, definitely.
I
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. I
peace.
appreciate you.
No
Peace.
doubt.
All right. Well, it was a very interesting conversation over there with Terrane. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so do y'all have any other questions? I'll be on here for about 5 more minutes. Then I gotta go. Okay. You said what? How to make black moon water? Get you a jar of water and put it outside during the black moon, which is August 23rd. Okay, then take it back in before it gets light outside. And you can put it on your altar or whatever. If you put dark stones in there like tourmaline or obsidian or onyx or something like that, that will also make it even more powerful. And then you can use it in spell work. You can use it for protection. You can use it for cloaking. You can use it to stay under the radar and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so and it's very potent. So make some. Black moon is August 23rd. Yes. Okay. Can I talk about butterfly tattoos on your body after the black moon phase and how it energetically affects? Well, butterflies represent transformation. So I think it's kind of like I think butterfly tattoos definitely invite transformative energies to you. I don't know if that's good or bad, depending on your frequency. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So, just sprinkle the black moon water on you. Put it in a spray bottle. I don't know, spray yourself. Dip your wig in it. I don't know. Get creative. We just teach you how to think, not what to think or what to do. Y'all got to get creative with it. That's the whole beauty of magic, creativity. That's why it's called a craft. Okay, don't just follow directions and not create with it. If the whole point of magic is putting your essence and your energy and creation into it versus just following a recipe in a cookbook. Okay, so get creative. I don't know, dip your wig in it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't want nobody to know that's a wig. Dip it in that black moon water. I'm literally joking, but yeah, get creative, okay? All right. I mean, if you are into the occult for real, you can have a magic wig. You can have like a charged wig. You could do that. Get creative. Use what you got, baby. Okay. What happens if you drink the black moon water? That all depends on what you're drinking it for. Like, what are your intentions behind this? Like, it's all mental, and you're charging the water. You can charge individual portions of the black moon water if you pour it into another vessel. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you need it for right then and there, you could charge your water with words or sigil or whatever. And then you can drink it for whatever purpose, whether it's, for whatever you choose to cloak, to mask your words, to go under the radar. Like if somebody demands you tell them something that you don't want to tell them, don't tell them. Drink that black moon water, and they might not understand it. It may come out as a mixed signal. They may not even be paying attention and tune you out when when you're trying to tell them something. So that's my idea. If you want to stop from talking too much because you talk too much and you don't want to reveal all your stuff and you're a talker, especially when y'all drink, y'all be talking and telling your life story on them dates, drink that black moon water to shut yourself up. Cloak all that stuff you getting ready to spill. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, can I do this ritual with my boyfriend? Will it connect us more? I wouldn't do that, baby. Do stuff by yourself. Magic is more powerful when it's just your intention because you don't know what that other person is thinking. Okay. Do it by yourself. Thoughts on snake tattoo in the occult. Well, snake means a lot of things like wisdom, knowledge, craftiness. It means a lot of things. So in different cultures, snake snakes are positive as well. So just depends on what culture that it's in. It also represents craftiness, cleverness, wisdom, knowledge. Okay. And it also represents like the reason why the whole like transformation, because snakes shed their skin and they grow and they, they keep growing. Um, yeah, I would definitely do the magic alone, especially on a black moon, because it is a divine, dark, feminine energy. Okay. And you never know what someone else's intention is. Their words may not match their thoughts. So it's always best to do those types of those inner workings or those rituals or spells alone. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all are on the same page and if you trust that person, great. Y'all are working towards the same thing, great. But it is divine, dark, feminine energy. So if you want, I would use it for myself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can we use this time to become more seductive in our dark feminine? Wear black, dark colors. We were talking about this earlier. Drink dark, red, dark colored wines, dark chocolate, berries, like dark berries. I was talking about like doing a bath, using a black bath bomb, sipping a glass of dark wine, eating dark berries, and maybe lighting some dark, some candles or some black candles, or just taking a bath in very, very low lighting. If you don't want to do the candles. But yes, getting into like darker vibes, watching the archetype of the dark feminine can also be helpful. So any types of witchy movies and things that dive into the dark feminine, definitely watch those. Do all this at night, preferably on the black moon, August 23rd. So that's going to be good. It's getting close to that time of year. You can break out all your dark clothing. You can get all that stuff in order, charge it out in the black moon on August 23rd. You can charge all your dark crystals. You can charge all your black clothing, charge your wigs. So yeah, that's how you can do it. You said that's the whole point. Yeah. You can leave your water outside as long as you want while the moon is while the new moon or the black moon is out. Don't leave it up past sunrise though. You don't want that, you know what I mean? So just get it in before the daylight, baby. I remember one time I was charging some moon water and I forgot and it was outside and I was trying, like, I literally woke up because I remembered. And when I was asleep, I just woke up and I had to run outside and grab that water before the sun rose. I was asleep. So yeah, don't leave it out overnight. You said weight loss. Yeah, I think this is a good time for weight loss spells because it's like cutting ties, letting go of things that no longer serve you. But it's also like ×2 squared. Actually, not ×2, but actually squared. Like new moon energy squared is the black moon. So definitely more helpful of letting things go, getting rid of stuff for sure. Okay. All right. Y'all got to make up your own spells, y'all. Yeah, okay. Make your own spells. It's not a recipe book. It's literally not a recipe book. Just write down your intention. Write down your intention, baby. Take the piece of paper. Fold it away from you because you want it to go away, right? Manifest your goal weight. See it, visualize it falling off of you Visualize the numbers on the scale getting less. Okay. Y'all got to come up with more creative ways to do y'all stuff, because if y'all are just following a recipe, it's not going to work because your intention isn't in there. You're following a recipe. You might as well go get a spell kit and a box cake. You know what I'm saying? Be creative. That's where the energy is, the essence of creation from your creative side of your mind. The dark feminine side is the creative side. If you're not creating, if your intention isn't true, that's why a lot of y'all spell work don't work, because y'all just be following instructions. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right? I don't have a weight loss spell. I just manifest, you know. And plus, you know, I manifest money and I go take care of it. All right? But if y'all are trying to manifest it, it's going to give you the willpower. Maybe it'll bring a way for things to happen, you know. But I definitely tell y'all, be creative with whatever you're doing. Be creative at whatever you're doing. Because if you're not, you're just following instructions and your intention is not there. It's like when you watch someone dance that took choreography class and you can see them counting, you know, versus someone that's a natural dancer that's flowing. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be someone that's counting every step. All right? That's not what it is. So, learn how to be creative and make it work for you. Okay. The power is in your intuition. That's right. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's right. Do what you got to do. What's your favorite witchy movie? I like a lot of different witchy movies. I mean, I like Practical Magic. I think that's one of everybody's favorite witchy movies, of course. I have so many. I just watch a lot. Like, let me think. I really don't like being put on the spot for movies because I'm not good at remembering movie names. I'm not. I have to be in the mood to even watch. You said The Craft. I think I like Practical Magic more than The Craft for some reason. Hmm. Definitely, like, yeah, The Skeleton Key, that's pretty good. Hocus Pocus, that's pretty good. Yeah, I've read Anne Rice books. Yes, yes. So, like, I like them all, but I would have to say the one that I watch the most is probably Practical Magic, just because of I like the aesthetic of it. Okay. Anyway, but I've seen most of them. There are better, like, actually there are good TV shows, good witchy TV shows that I love. Yes. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, um The New Charmed, um Wednesday's cute, like, you know, for teenagers, but like my daughters like it. Mhm. You said the Harry Potter movies? Mhm. Yeah, East Bayou was good too. Definitely. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You said, how do you protect your energy? You don't want to deal with negative entities. Then don't hang around negative people. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And don't do low level things or you won't attract them. Hmm. But, you know, protection, any black stone is good for protection. Okay. So I don't deal with any? I sure don't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If I get a glimpse of anything negative, I'm not dealing with it. I'm just doing something else. Immediately raise your frequency. If you start to experience negativity or negative energies, immediately raise your frequency. Okay, listen to some music, listen to like do a sound bowl, like a crystal sound bowl, song bowl. Get you some rose water, spray that on you, and literally lift your vibration and vibe. Rose oil is good for that. I don't deal with negative energies because I dismiss them as soon as they approach. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about negative things. I don't deal with negative people. I avoid negative situations as much as possible. So I don't attract it. I don't deal with it too much. Okay? Just don't. Don't choose to, don't want to, don't care to. That's it. How can you manifest money for beauty during this new moon? Money and beauty. Okay. Anything that like you want to manifest right now is going to be amplified. So just writing your manifestation. I say, I like using a manifestation journal and writing stuff down in it and watching it happen. Like, don't tell nobody about it. Don't tell nobody what you're doing. That's what the black moon is. It's like hidden, dark. So don't tell everybody about everything. Just do it. Write it down in your little manifestation journal or do whatever you do your spells, but don't tell anybody about it. The best things work without you telling people about it, Never announce all your stuff, especially if you're doing some inner work. Yeah, I know Practical Magic is doing a second movie. I know. That's gonna be good. I've read the book series. So I already read the book series to Practical Magic. There's like a couple of books, like I think there's 3 or 4 books. I've read 3. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said rebellion against God. Who's God? Are you God or the patriarchal God in the Bible? Like which one? Yeah. How can you transmute evil eye energy from people? I don't receive evil eye energy from people. Like the cloaking water I was telling you about, if you believe in the evil eye, if you charge some water in the black moon, it literally works as cloaking water. You can probably use that. We said Laura says this is demonic. We didn't even talk about demons. Okay. You can go to church. The church is open for everybody. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There are religious channels. There are churches everywhere, on every corner, in every poor and rich neighborhood. There's more churches in the poor neighborhood, but you can go visit one at any time, darling. You see a return to sender. I'm serious. Nobody is trying to convert you, baby. Okay, so you said you rebuke this. Well, the church say you're not even supposed to be here. So what you doing here? You going against your own beliefs just to be here. Remember that. It's funny. The church said you're not supposed to be around us, so go away. You have to go away because you're not supposed to be around these types of energies and people. It's not good for your church. It's not good for your religion. You got to go. We rebuke you too. Okay, so you said pray for the souls. Okay, you can pray for the souls if you want to. Y'all, she's giving out free energy. You said religious people are brainwashed. Girl, just take the energy, baby. Transmute it. It's actually sad. Yeah, just get the energy, baby. That's what we do. That's what alchemists do. This is why people trigger certain people to take their energy. Y'all see it all over the internet, everywhere. They're just gonna get your energy. So go ahead and do your prayers. Get your words out. Get angry. Get your heart rate up. Okay. Everybody just get that energy. Transmute it into whatever you need. Okay. What do you think of Hollywood rituals? I don't know. Like a lot of people in Hollywood definitely practice the occult. Hollywood was founded on the occult. Some of, if as long as things are ruled by patriarchy, um, it's probably not going to be as powerful as it could if it was ruled by more of the dark feminine. So definitely, I think that's the switch that's happening right now. A lot of women are speaking up about a lot of these things that happen in the music industry in Hollywood, and they're speaking out about it. They're calling people out left and right, and so they're trying to bring back the divine feminine energy and get rid of all the negative connotations surrounding like the Hollywood occult rituals and all that kind of stuff, because a lot of it was patriarchy and male dominated. So I think we're going to see a rise in the divine dark feminine when it's surrounding Hollywood, definitely. Hi SHERA, brought all your elixirs. Thank you, girl. 1 through 10, excited. Thank you, Crystal C. I appreciate that, girl. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle. Yes, I hope you use my discount code elixir sale. Thank you, ma'am. You said have a beautiful, calm night. Yes. Okay. How to find goddess name or alter ego that suits you? I think because we change so much in our lives, depending on when you seek out to create this alter ego, I think you should definitely be of a certain age, because you might have to change your name later on when you change, because we all change, right? So pick someone or pick a goddess or pick an archetype or pick a name that is going to mean something that you want for the rest of your life, that you're going to be able to connect with or relate to for the rest of your life. Don't choose nothing stupid that's going to sound dumb when you're an old lady. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, choose something that can go into your old age. That's relevant now as well. That's what I say. Yeah, we already talked about the black moon and all that kind of stuff earlier. I'm just answering y'all's questions because I'm getting ready to wrap this up. But y'all can definitely rewatch the video and get all that information for sure. The black moon is August 23rd. Very good energies for cord cutting, for cloaking, for divine reflection, for dark feminine energy. Yeah. Sprinkle. All right, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. So thank y'all so much for joining us. If y'all are just tuning in, definitely rewatch the video. We had special guest Terrane Hicks on, also talking about the black moon and all the rituals and like a lot of the ad campaigns that are going on right now, and how a lot of the stuff. And I also did a video earlier today talking about some other stuff that you can probably expect as well. I went really deep into that video I did earlier today. Y'all want some of that. Okay. Sprinkle. You said how do you siphon others' energy? Take whatever they're giving you and transmute it into something that you can use later, darling. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You'll figure it out. Study alchemy, study universal law. I'll probably make a whole video on that. And I don't really siphon people's energy, but if they're just giving it to me, I'm gonna take it. I ain't gonna turn it down. You know, it's more for transmutation. Like when people are like, it's when people are trying to negatively affect you, you just turn it into something positive and use it to your benefit. That's what it really means. Okay, thank you for all that you do. Thank you, PGS. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, you just literally take whatever it is and you turn it around in order to benefit you. You said, how old was I when I picked my alter ego? How old was I didn't have an alter ego. I literally just needed a YouTube name. So that's what I did. Whenever I started my YouTube, that was when. I have 2 YouTubes. So it wasn't a choice in choosing an alter ego. It was just trying to find a YouTube name. And doing that, I guess that's how I found it. So I was probably in my 30s. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said it fits though. You said, do I believe the egg cleansing ritual is real? Oh, you want to go to the science behind that? Okay. I like to go into the science of things, not the superstition of things, because with science, you can literally understand things on a deeper level than just believing in something that somebody told you. All right. Okay. So an egg is a symbol. Okay. What do you think? Y'all know what the egg symbolizes, right? The womb, fertility, feminine energy, blah, 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 right? So when you're being cleansed with a chicken period, it's the same thing as being cleansed in the blood of Jesus, as far as the Christians tried to change it into. That's why the Easter egg is popular. That's why Easter and the resurrection of Christ comes around Easter, where the fertility symbols are eggs. So an egg, or a chicken period, as we call it, is a symbol of cleansing out the womb of old crap, cleansing of the womb. If you're a child, not a child, if you're a person and you want to cleanse your energy, you use a chicken period, which is an egg, to cleanse, because it's symbolic of cleaning of the womb. So it's the same thing. So that's what it is. It has that energy. It's subliminal as well, it's psychological as well. And it's a reminder. It's a reminder. You said what? You said, oh Lord, they say we blaspheme now. We always blaspheme to closed minds, baby. Closed minds cannot receive. So yeah. You don't eat the egg. Okay. See, people just tell y'all to do things, but they don't tell you why. They don't tell you the subliminal subconscious meaning behind it. They don't tell you nothing. They just say, do this with an egg. You don't know what you're doing. You don't understand what it represents. That's why the divine feminine, if you connect with the dark feminine energy right now, all those things are going to be revealed to you. You know, connect with the darkness, connect with the dark feminine energy during the black moon, and stuff like that is going to be like common sense to you. Okay, because who thinks about a period when rolling an egg around your head? Nobody. But a dark feminine woman would, because they would recognize dark womb energy. They would recognize dark moon rituals. They would recognize the cleansing of a womb. And it's the same thing as cleansing of an energy. They would recognize all this because they were connected to themselves and not part of a patriarchal society that teaches that all things that come from a woman's womb, besides a male child, is dirty or less than. So if you understand yourself as a woman, if you understand the dark feminine energy, use this black moon as a time to fully try to dive into the studies of dark feminine energy. And you'll understand all these rituals. You'll see the symbolism in all these rituals, especially in religious rituals. They all take from the female and disguise it under patriarchy. Jesus is literally a symbol of fertility. That's why the whole uterus and fallopian tube looks like a cross. And when Jesus's blood was shed, that's a period. Okay. It represents the divine feminine womb, fertility, the cleansing of the womb. Okay. Sin represents two things, moon and without. That's what that's the word means in Latin. So when you don't have certain, like when you don't have, like when you're without child, you shed your womb. Okay, that egg has been sacrificed. It's no longer going to get fertilized. So it bleeds out every month. So they want to replace goddess worship. They want to replace the divine feminine with a man hanging on a piece of wood, bleeding, saying he died for your sins. But every month the woman bleeds for the same exact reason. Okay. There you go. So you got to understand the divine feminine energy. Tap into that dark black moon energy. Tap into that divine feminine dark energy, and stuff like that is just going to make sense to you. You're going to see straight through the patriarchy if you connect with dark feminine energy during this black moon. You're going to see straight through it. He says, so do I believe in Jesus? Jesus is a metaphor. Okay. If you understand the occult, you would understand that. It's a metaphor, baby. Egg. Fertility. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just study, baby. Just study. And you got the rest of your life to do it. People have the rest of their life to do this. You don't learn this in one day. But when you observe things, you're going to see through the patriarchy left and right on how a lot of things were hijacked from, from goddess worship and from the divine feminine, how it was disguised a lot of times. But when you understand that, you get more powerful, even if you're a man. When you understand what you're looking at and what you're dealing with, when those things are revealed to you, you can definitely tap into that energy, and it's more powerful than just denying it, Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said we bleed for their sins. No, it's more scientific than that. Okay. Sin does not mean what you think it means. Go look it up in Latin. Go look up the word sin in Latin. Okay. Remember, the occult works a lot with language, with word meaning, with Latin. Go look up what the word sin means in Latin, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Yes, go just look it up. You have to be a student of the occult. You can't just dibble and dabble. You're not going to understand everything unless you understand symbolism, all of that. Sin means without. Sin also is another, yes, if you look up Latin, it also represents pale moon or moon. And what do they call people's periods? What do they call women's periods? Moon. You're on your moon. You're on your moon cycle. So it always leads back to the feminine. It's always going to do that because that's just what it is. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said the gold cross represents the uterus. So does the Ankh. The cross is derived from the Ankh. The Ankh represents the uterus. The blood represents the, the circle represents the womb. So it's all the same thing. Okay. You say you studied Latin and alchemy in liberal arts college, like mortician. Ha ha ha. Okay. We in sync with the moon, exactly. So when you try to hijack the divine feminine energy and try to rewrite it in a patriarchal fashion, it's always going to show through to the divine feminine. They're going to recognize that it was taken. Like whenever you see something that's taken from an old cultural thing, you say, that's not original. That's the same thing women do. We see the original goddess, the original divine feminine energy. We see that patriarchal religions took from the divine feminine and masked it under patriarchy. We can see all of that. Just like when people see, oh, well, I saw that in ancient Egypt. That's already been done. We see the same thing as women. If you know your history, if you know your goddess history, your divine feminine history, you'll start seeing the same thing. So if you really want to get into your divine dark feminine energy, you have to know about yourself, which means you have to know the history of divine femininity. Okay. And dealing with a patriarchal leader is going to keep you blind to yourself. You got to tap into yourself because some of y'all are sitting over there not understanding that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good for y'all. Anyway, so use this time to know thyself, self-reflection, get to know the divine dark feminine aspect of what it means to be a woman and your divine intuition, your, what they call it, discernment is going to amplify. Okay. Got to know who you are, and that's how you know your power. And you looked into Greek ancestry, it helped with spells a lot. Okay. Okay, good for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anything you do, anything you study, anything you're attracted to, anything you can use towards, amplifying your energy or your knowledge or your, yourself, that's great. Okay. All right, y'all, I gotta go. But thank y'all, everybody. I appreciate y'all. And make sure y'all check out the video from the beginning for more on Black Moon and all that kind of stuff. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.